A federal judge scolded the people in charge of the Texas foster care program about unsafe conditions for children.
Among the problems, a 5-year-old who drowned and 2 girls who were assaulted. Fox 4's Lori Brown joins us with the story. Lori.
Heather, in one of the cases in question, a caretaker put 2 girls in a hotel while she went out of state. She then asked 2 men to go and check on them, and the men assaulted the girls. It's one of the many failures that the judge reviewed today. Federal Judge Janice Jack told leaders with the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services that their actions have been shameful. She voiced her frustration with the lack of controls to keep workers accused of wrongdoing at one facility from being rehired elsewhere. One example, an employee with the Refuge, a care facility in Bastrop for child victims of sex trafficking. The employee allegedly exploited child residents, selling nude photos of them and using the money to provide alcohol and drugs to the minors. The judge questioned why there was no state database to show that employee had previously been terminated by the juvenile justice system. In response, state leaders told Judge Jack their access to certain files is restricted under state law. Paul Yetter, the attorney who brought the case against the state's foster care system, said that needs to change.
It's clear that some very important information was missed and children were put at risk, and this whole issue with the Refuge would never have happened if they had simply checked this particular employee's background.
The hearing also examined a report with disturbing situations in the state's foster care system, including a child who managed to get a gun from an on-duty supervisor who fell asleep. The report says the alleged perpetrator was the overnight staff tasked with supervising the 4 children. One of the children allegedly removed the gun from the alleged perpetrator's vehicle while it was parked at the facility. The child posted a picture with the gun on social media. The child, along with 3 others, returned to the facility later that night, and one of the children returned the gun to another staff member. Law enforcement arrested the child who posted the picture to social media.
It's just another example that the state doesn't have full control over this system yet. It needs to start working to fix it, and there's so much left to be done.
The reports also detailed several disturbing deaths of children in the care of the state. They included a 5-year-old who drowned at a pool party and a teen who was allegedly abused at his foster home.
One boy was in a residential treatment center. It's a facility for children that have the highest needs. And he had just been beaten up by staff members, and he didn't want to go back. And his caregivers found him at school. He didn't want to go back, and so they left him. And a few hours later, he was in the middle of a road, and he was hit by a car and killed. It's a tragedy. It should never have happened, and it's obvious that there were many things that should have been changed, and that only now, over a year later, is the state finally going to be looking into it more closely.
The judge directed the state to take 10 steps to prevent these kinds of situations from happening. She gave the state until the end of the year to come into compliance or face contempt of court with heavy fines. Heather.
All right, Lori, thank you.